both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready? 180! Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On second and 9, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, it moves the chains.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 11, 11. 11, 11. Bravo.
Stafford on first down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up third and 4.
Set. 280. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
And the Bengals 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Green brings it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there, move the chains. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Carlos Dunlap on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Bengals nothing.
Set! 280! Watch the curl! Watch the zebra!
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Slam! Alert!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. at the Bengals 8-yard
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And some room to work. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 11. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Bengals 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
51. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
2nd and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Mike 51,
They're going to look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The 30. past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
He's got a man. Complete. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Get off the field.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Breaks through the contact. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah,
a throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Number 53, Mike 53. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to look deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Back to throw here. Green brings it in. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
On first down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing a Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Stafford, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Under 10, 10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Push him back. Push him back. Check.
2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. On the return, here's Agnew. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Watch twist.
Hey, give me radar.
Back to throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, Charlie.
57 to Mike.
Now Stafford. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Set. 80.
57, Mike 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 57, Mike 57. Too little, cut.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
In your face.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was brought down by Trey Flowers. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Flush down right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 54 yards on the ground.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
6-yard line.
Set. 280. 40 got. 40 got.
Switch.
On third down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Nice hit, boy.
It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Lions, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.